Good morning to you. You are watching the live broadcast of the Senate proceedings on this second day of March. The year is 2022. In a broadcast brought to you courtesy of the collaboration between the Kenya Broadcasting Corporation and the Parliamentary Broadcasting Unit. A lot has been lined up before the floor this morning, and senators are going to resume debate on the Landlord and Tenant Bill, National Assembly Bills number 3 of 2021. After completion of the allocated time for debate, senators will move on to vote on the bill. Under the Committee of the Whole, the committee will be deliberating on the Intergovernmental Relations Amendment Bill, Senate Bill number 37 of 2021, by the Chairperson Standing Committee on Matters, Devolution and Intergovernmental Relations. The Committee of the Whole will also be considering the Lifestyle Audit Bill, a bill by Senator Farhia Haji, the Law of Succession Amendment Bill, Bill number 15 of 2021, the Preservation of Human Dignity and Protection of Economic as well as Social Rights Bill is another bill lined up for debate before the floor of the House. The Election Amendment Bill, a bill by Senator Fonarok, Senator Ledama Olekina, is also a bill that members will be making their input on. The Elections Campaign Financing Amendment Bill, Senate Bill number 51 of 2021, by the same Senator Fonarok, is also another bill lined up for debate before the floor this morning. A couple of motions are also lined up for debate before the floor this morning. And to just mention a few, is a motion by Senator Rose Nyamunga on recognizing and appreciating the elderly by the county governments. The adoption of the report of the Standing Committee on Matters Health on the special audit report on the utilization of COVID-19 funds by 28 county governments is also another motion that will be moved by the Chairperson Standing Committee on Matters Health, and that is Senator Michael Mbeto. Nominated Senator Abshiro Halake will be passed on to Standing Orders 47, subsection 1, be making a statement, and this is in regards to the cybercrime and data security in the country. The Senator for Nandi and nominated Senator Sylvia Kasanga will be passed on to Standing Orders 48, subsection 1, be seeking statements, and the Senator for Nandi County, Senator Samson Cherargei, will be seeking a statement from the Standing Committee on Matters Roads and Transportation, and this is in regard to the increase in the cost of construction of the Nairobi Expressway by 7.6 billion shillings. Nominated Senator Sylvia Kasanga will be seeking a statement from the Standing Committee on Matters Health, and the statement concerns the alleged lack of stakeholder engagement in the development of the Kenya standards on the management of persons with substance abuse disorders. The Chairperson Sessional Committee on the County Public Accounts and Investment will be moving a motion on the adoption of the reports of the Sessional Committee on the County Public Accounts and Investment on the audit reports for the county executives, and this is for the financial years 2018, 2019, 2016, 2017, as well as 2017, 2018. Also, a couple of reports from the Office of the Auditor General will be tabled before the floor this morning, totaling to around 24 counties on how they used their financial allocation for the year ended June 2020. The business of the Senate is about to commence this morning. Senator Rose Nyamunga is the speaker presiding over the House this morning sitting. My name is Gladys Mungai. I'm now handing you over for the live broadcast. Good morning.
Let us pray. Almighty God, we beseech you to behold with your abundant favor and blessings as your servants who you've been pleased to call to these leadership positions in this republic, we seek guidance to treat and consider all matters that shall come under our deliberation in so just and faithful a manner as to advance the peace, prosperity, and welfare of our country and of those whose interests you have committed to our church. Amen.
Order number 1, administration of oath. Order number 2, communication from the chair. Order number 3, messages. Order number 4, petitions. Order number 5, papers.
Majority Leader.
Madam Speaker, I beg to lay the following papers on the table of the Senate today, 2nd March 2022. A report of the Auditor General on the financial statement of Kilifi County Ward Scholarship Fund for the year ended 30th June 2020. 2, report of the Auditor General on the financial statement of the County Assembly of Mombasa Car Loan and Mortgage Fund for the year ended 30th June 2020. A report of the Auditor General on the financial statement of Tana River County Assembly Car Loan and Mortgage Scheme for the year ended 30th June 2020. Report of the Auditor General on the financial statement of the Busia County Agricultural Development Fund for the year ended 30th June 2020. Report of the Auditor General on the financial statement of Busia County Assembly Revolving Fund for the year ended 30th June 2020. Report of the Auditor General on the financial statement of Bungoma County Trade Development Loan Fund for the year ended 30th June 2020. Report of the Auditor General on the financial statement of Bungoma County Assembly Employee Car Loan and Mortgage for the year ended 30th June 2020. Report of the Auditor General on the financial statement of Trans Nzoia County Public Service Board for the year ended 30th June 2020. Report of the Auditor General on the financial statement of Garissa County Emergency Fund for the year ended 30th June 2020. Report of the Auditor General on the financial statement of Garissa Municipality Board for the year ended 30th June 2020. Report of the Auditor General on the financial statement of Uasin Gishu County Education Revolving Fund for the year ended 30th June 2020. Report of the Auditor General on the financial statement of Uasin Gishu County Cooperative Enterprise Development Fund for the year ended 30th June 2020. Madam Speaker, report of the Auditor General on the financial statement of Nandi County Assembly Scheme Fund Car Loan and Mortgage for the year ended 30th June 2020. Report of the Auditor General on the financial statement of Kiambu County Executive Staff Mortgage Scheme Fund for the year ended 30th June 2020. Report of the Auditor General on the financial statement of Turkana County Assembly Car Loan and Mortgage Fund for the year ended 30th June 2020. Report of the Auditor General on the financial statement of Taita Taveta County Executive Car Loan and Mortgage Revolving Fund for the year ended 30th June 2020. Report of the Auditor General on the financial statement of Lodwar Water and Sanitation Company Limited for the year ended 30th June 2020. Report of the Auditor General on the financial statement of Lamu County Youth Development Fund for the year ended 30th June 2020. Report of the Auditor General on the financial statement of Lamu County Executive Staff Housing Fund for the year ended 30th June 2020. Report of the Auditor General on the financial statement of Lamu County Bursary and Scholarship Fund for the year ended 30th June 2020. Report of the Auditor General on the financial statement of Lamu County Disability Fund for the year ended 30th June 2020. Report of the Auditor General on the financial statement of Lamu County Gender and Social Development Fund for the year ended June 2020. Thank you, Madam Speaker.
Next order.
Order number 6, a notices of motion.
Yes. Senator Chilo Ayako.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. Notice of motion, adoption of reports of the Sessional Committee on County Public Accounts and Investments on audit reports for the county executives for the financial years 2018-2019, 2016-2017, and 2017-2018, volumes 1, 2, and 3. Madam Speaker, I beg to give notice that the Senate adopts the report of the Sessional Committee on the County Public Accounts and Investments on the consideration of the reports by the Auditor General on the financial statements of the following county executives for the financial year 2018-2019, Embu County, Homa Bay County Executive, Kericho County Executive, Kilifi, Kirinyaga, Kisii, Kwale, Machakos, Mombasa, Nandi, Baringo, Bomet, Garissa, Kajiado, and West Pokot as contained in Volume 1 of the report, and the following county executives: Isiolo, Kakamega, Kisumu, Laikipia, Mandera, Marsabit, Nakuru, Narok, Nyandarua, Samburu, Taita Taveta, Trans Nzoia, Uasin Gishu, Vihiga, and Wajir, as contained in Volume 2 of the report, laid on the table of the Senate on the Thursday, 2nd December 2021. Thank you, Madam Speaker.
Next order.
Order number 7, statements.
I don't see Senator Abshiro. I don't know if she's online. That one is deferred. Next order. She's not there. Next order, Senator Abshiro. Senator Abshiro is not in the House and not online. So we defer that. We are giving a last chance. I think it has been deferred more than once. So we defer it to the afternoon and see if she'll avail herself. Senator Sherarge, not in the House, not online. We defer that one also. And Senator Sylvia Kasanga, not in the House and not online. So we defer the three to the afternoon. Next order, I think, is order number 16. Okay, members, for the purposes of record, we want to rearrange the order paper. We have order number 8, that is division. We cannot do it now. Order number 9, division. Order number 10, division. Number 11, committee of the whole. 12, committee of the whole. 13, committee of the whole. 14, I don't see Senator Olekina. 15 is also Senator Olekina for the two, for order number 14 and order number 15. So we are ready to proceed with order number 16. Senator Mary, Senator.
Order number 16, a motion adoption of the report of the Standing Committee on Health on the special audit report on utilization of COVID-19 funds by 28 county governments.
Senator? Yes, please.
Yes, Madam Speaker, I want to raise a point of order on a matter that was raised before the floor of the House and which touches on the treatment of senators. Madam Speaker, last week I left the country with the permission of Honorable Speaker and the clerk to attend to official parliamentary business out of the country. Madam Speaker, on my exit at the airport, the migration officials did raise an issue that there is a what they call a red list on senators who are traveling out of the country, that we are not meant to travel. But after a lengthy explanation, I was eventually allowed to leave. But yesterday, Madam Speaker, on my way back to the country, and I'm raising this issue because this issue was raised on the floor, and the Speaker promised to take it up with the concerned authorities within government. Yesterday, Madam Speaker, when I was traveling back to the country, when I reached at the migration desk, my passport was confiscated by a migration officer, and I took a name called Ellen McCaw, and Madam Speaker, she gave an explanation that she was withdrawing, confiscating my passport because allegedly I left the country, whereas there is a red list alert from the migration officials that senators should not be allowed to travel out of the country unless there is authority from the head of migration. Madam Speaker, I was kept in a room for close to 45 minutes as this lady was making frantic consultations, allegedly with some high authorities, Madam Speaker. Having arrived at 10, I didn't leave the airport, Madam Speaker, till 10:45. That's when I was released. And Madam Speaker, this was happening in the view of many Kenyans who were traveling with me. Madam Speaker, they saw me being detained. Many of them were sending me text messages wondering whether I had committed any offense, warranting my being detained, Mr. Speaker. Madam Speaker.
Sorry, Senator. Senator Ochilo Ayako, what is your point of intervention?
I do not mean to interrupt Senior Counsel, who is my friend and my homie. Madam Speaker, each time I try to queue to say something, this thing automatically goes on. Even when I wanted to speak after him, so I wanted to alert Madam Speaker that my gadget appears defective so that when you see it on, you do not rule me out of order. Sorry, Senior Counsel, for the interruption.
Okay, Senator Omugeni, please continue.
So Madam Speaker, this immigration officer, Madam Ellen Makoa.
I can see another intervention by Senator Masayo. It's okay, okay, fine. Please continue.
So, Madam Speaker, I was treated to the most indignifying manner possible. A lawyer who was traveling with me on that plane even sought to know whether I needed some legal assistance, whether I had committed a crime that warranted my being detained at the airport. It was the most indignifying treatment I've ever faced as a senator, Madam Speaker. And the question I'm posing, Madam Speaker, is, do we get permission to represent the Senate on official engagements out of the country through the permission of the Speaker, or we should be getting this authority from another entity out there, Madam Speaker? That was, that's something that we need to sort out. The Speaker did make a promise, Madam Speaker, that he was going to take up this matter with the relevant government ministries, but it seems, Madam Speaker, that this matter has not been settled. Madam Speaker, you can imagine somebody who has been out of the country for the last 10 days. When I reached the airport, I rang my wife and said, I want ugali and the chinsaga on the table. Then I'm kept at the airport for more than 2 hours without any justifiable reason whatsoever. In legal terms, that amounts to false detention. I was falsely detained at the airport for no good reason, Madam Speaker. And you can imagine, Madam Speaker, how heavy my diary is. I was supposed to arrive, eat my ugali yesterday. Today I was supposed to be in Nyamira, organizing for Baba's rally tomorrow. Now I've been forced to stay here because I wanted to raise this matter before the House. Madam Speaker, this is not the kind of treatment that should be meted on senators. We don't just leave this country unless we have followed all the channels. In this case, I have with me possession of a letter that was issued to me by the Speaker and the clerk. Therefore, I was properly out of the country, Madam Speaker. I want to know, Madam Speaker, whether the Speaker did take up this matter with the relevant government authorities as he promised. And number two, Madam Speaker, we want an assurance as senators that we will not be subjected to this indignified treatment that I was subjected to yesterday at the airport. And I want to know, Madam Speaker, whether I was singled out for mistreatment, because I traveled with my colleague, Senator Masayo. I would like to know from Senator Masayo, was he subjected to the same treatment, or I was singled out as Senator of Nyamira by this lady called Ellen Makoa? I hope this matter can be referred to the relevant committee to summon this lady to appear before this House and explain why that treatment was meted on me. I'm not just any other person, Madam Speaker. I'm the chair of the Committee of Justice, Legal Affairs, Human Rights. I'm a senior counsel in this country, Madam Speaker. That treatment was unwarranted. And I must say that because of that treatment, Madam Speaker, I suffered terrible loss of expectation. On the way I had planned to go home a happy person, I went home a very sad person. I want some action to be taken, and I don't want this treatment from the bottom of my heart. I don't want this treatment to be meted out on any other senator. So this matter should be addressed, Madam Speaker, and we get answers that settles this matter once and for all. Madam Speaker, thank you.
Yes, Senator Masayo.
Asante Speaker. Speaker, pia mimi ningependa.
You are on intervention. So whatever comments, it's, yeah, observe, it's on intervention and not, because I see requests also. I don't know if you want to make, or there's a specific intervention.
Yes, I want to make that.
Then you press the wrong one. So I will give you an opportunity. Let me give Musurube, Senator Musurube. I can see also you are on intervention.
Microphone on so that I give my comments on Senator Omogeni's statement. only that there's a problem with my mic. So kindly you allow me to make my...
Oh, that's why you put the intervention?
Yes, because the other one, anytime I put on the mic is showing red.
Go ahead and make your comment.
Thank you, Honorable Speaker.
Senator Matsai, I will give you an opportunity.
Honorable Speaker, allow me to really say
Please,
sorry.
make sure that they are brief comments.
Yeah, allow me kindly to just sympathize with Honorable Omogeni for that unwarranted treatment. And as a leader in this country, I think it is very painful, because if leaders can be treated in such like manner, how about the common people that we are leading? Honorable Speaker, Helen Makoa did an act that is not noble to our colleague who is honorable in this house. And I've been able to interact with the Director of Immigration, and I know that his thoughts about leaders is very different. He has a positive attitude, he gives, you know, an ear. But there's need to investigate about officers under him. Are they actually built, you know, are they actually trained on how to treat honorables? Because if the third in command, our Speaker, who we really believe in, has given authority to Senator Omogeni to be away, you know, out of the country on legislative matters and international, you know, issues, and he's treated in such humiliating manner. It is really, really a situation that is sorrowful and unwarranted, and it should not happen to any one of the leaders, because Kenya is, you know, an international state party. In many state parties, you'll find that Kenya has actually participated, and globally we are ranked as one of the, you know, countries that honor, you know, international laws, and not only honoring, ratifying, and even when you look at our constitution, we have enshrined some of the international laws within our constitution. So the act by Helen Makoa is very bad, and there's need for the team to appear before the Senate and show cause why they treated our honorable senator in a very humiliating manner. And he has said rightfully that right now he was supposed to be in his county preparing for the Azimio meeting, but all his plans have been brought down. And I want to say sorry for what has happened, and we must take action. And Honorable Speaker, kindly allow me to comment that when this statement goes to the appropriate committee that you're going to advise, kindly let us ensure that justice is done to our leaders, because there are times also when you go to the airport as a leader, but the way you are treated, you just wonder, in a very humiliating way, and you wonder if you are treated in a humiliating way and you are a leader in this country, how about those that we represent? There is need for PR, you know, there is need for communication skills to be taught to even public servants who serve, you know, leaders in this country and everyone in this country. Honorable Speaker, thank you for giving me the opportunity. I support this statement that we must take action.
Thank you, Senator. Senator Matsai. Matsai.
Asante, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, pia mimi ningependa kujiunga na hiyo hoja ya nidhamu ambayo ameileta ndugu yetu Omogeni. Mr. Speaker, jambo la kwanza ni kwamba mimi nilikuwa katika hiyo safari ambayo tulikuwa tunakwenda Ulaya na ndugu yangu Omogeni. Mr. Speaker, utaona kwamba kutoka ilikuwa ni maswali ya kwamba hakuna ruhusa kutoka, kuna barua ya serikali. Na niliweza kuuliza barua hiyo iko wapi, niweza kuonyeshwa, ambayo inaweza kuzuia mbunge kufanya kazi yake. Mr. Speaker, tukitoka hapa tumetoka na idhini ya bunge hili, na ikiwa ile barua ambayo imeandikwa hapa imeandikwa na wewe mwenyewe ukiwa umeketi hapo kama speaker, umeandika ya kwamba huyu seneta anakwenda na anakwenda safari ya kikazi. Lakini tunaona kwamba kuna hiyo barua imepuuzwa. Sasa kuna barua nyingine imekuja ambayo imezimisha hiyo barua ya uwezo wa spika wa bunge hili. Mr. Speaker, tukitoka hapa hatutoki kama wakora. Tukitoka hapa tunatoka kama viongozi, na tunaenda kufanya kazi ya serikali, kazi ya hili bunge vile linavyotakana kufanywa. Mr. Speaker, kurudi kwangu kulikuwa juzi, na mimi pia nilizuiliwa katika airport. Ni jambo la kusikitisha kwamba kiongozi amekuja kutoka safari na ataambiwa hebu songea pande hii kidogo, keti pale, tunaangalia mambo yako. Kitu cha kwanza mimi nilijiuliza, mimi nilikuwa hakimu katika mahakama kuu ya Kenya. Sijafanya kosa hata siku moja. Sijapelekwa hata police station hata siku moja. Sijaweza kufanya kitu ambacho kinaweza kunifanya mimi nikaulizwa hata na askari wengine ama nikachunguzwa kwa mambo ya ufisadi ama kitu chochote. Nilikuwa na tashwishi sana. Mr. Speaker, ni jambo la aibu kuona ya kwamba ikiwa wengine abiria wengine wanatoka na kiongozi anawekwa kando na anaanza kukabiliwa na maswali ambayo hayaelewi ya kwamba kwa nini anatoka nje ya nchi na ama amerudi kutoka nje ya nchi, alitoka vipi na aliingia vipi. Ni jambo la kusikitisha. Ni jambo la kusikitisha na ni jambo la ambalo halina heshima, na hii kuvunjwa heshima kama hii na serikali. Tunataka kujua sisi kama bunge sasa, tukiwa na kiongozi walio wengi hapa, ndugu yangu Pogisho amekuwa waziri na anajua mambo haya, tunataka kujua kutoka kwa serikali aliyetupeana hiyo idhini, kitu cha kwanza ni nani? Na kama ni hivyo, aliyepeana hiyo idhini ya kwamba masenators wazuiliwe kutoka nje, basi tunamtaka aje hapa mbele ya hili bunge atueleze ni nani alimpa hiyo idhini, ama ni nani alimpa mamlaka kama hayo ya kuweza kutoa barua kama hiyo ya kwamba masenata wanaotoka nje waweze kuzuiliwa. Mr. Speaker, ni jambo la kusikitisha, jambo la kwamba kama unarudi familia ama watu wanakungoja nje na huku unaanza kuchakurwa na maaskari na watu wa kuchunguza kwa nini ulitoka na kwa nini unarudi, ni sababu gani ulienda nje. Hili ni jambo ambalo linatakana tulichukulia hatua, na mimi ningeweza kusema ya kwamba Mr. Speaker, jambo kama hili ulipeleka katika kamati husika, hata ikiwezekana kamati ya sheria iwe mojawapo ambayo itahusika katika kuchunguza jambo hili, ili tuweze kujua na kulifikisha mwisho lisiweze kutendeka tena. Asante Mr. Speaker.
Thank you, Senator. Senator Mwinyi Haji Mohamed.
Asante Mr. Speaker pia kunipa fursa hii kuchangia hoja ya nidhamu iliyoletwa na wakili mkuu Senator Omogeni. Mheshimiwa Speaker, bunge ni taasisi huru na sisi tunachukua mamlaka yetu kutoka kwa katiba na hatuna jukumu la kuripoti kwa taasisi yoyote nyingine katika Jamhuri ya Kenya. Mheshimiwa Speaker, inasikitisha kwamba wabunge wanalazimishwa kuzuiliwa na maafisa wadogo katika idara ya uhamiaji wakati wanasafiri kwenda katika shughuli za bunge, shughuli za nje. Mheshimiwa Speaker, ziara ambayo alikuwa amefanya Senator Omogeni na wengine ilikuwa ni ziara rasmi ambayo imeadhinishwa na Speaker wa bunge hili. Fedha zililipwa na bunge hili kuwawezesha wao kusafiri kwenda katika nchi ambayo walikuwa wanahitajika kusafiri. Kwa Mheshimiwa Speaker, ni aibu kumlazimisha Senator Omogeni kukaa uwanja wa ndege kwa muda wa dakika 45 wakati afisa anajaribu kuuliza ni vipi itakavyokuwa hatima ya Senator Omogeni. Mheshimiwa Speaker, Senator Omogeni amezungumzia orodha ya wabunge au maseneta ambao iko na ofisi ya immigration. Mheshimiwa Speaker, imefaa tujue wazi orodha hiyo imeandikwa na nani na ni kwa sababu gani ambao wameweza kupeleka orodha hiyo kwa immigration na wale wasilete hapa bunge la Senate, ili tujue kwamba sisi nani na nani ambaye haruhusiwi kusafiri nje kwa sababu yote ambayo ya kisheria inayotakana. Kwa Mheshimiwa Speaker, wiki tatu swala hili lilipozungumziwa, tulipitisha kwamba Speaker atawasiliana na wizara husika na kwamba sisi kama maseneta tunaweza kuchukua ruhusa kwa Speaker peke yake. Hatuna jukumu la kuchukua ruhusa kwa taasisi nyingine yoyote. Kwa Mheshimiwa Speaker, jambo hili ni la muhimu kwa sababu wengine wetu tuna azma ya kusafiri karibuni, na kwa hivyo hatungependa kupotezewa wakati ama kuzuiliwa uwanjani wakati mambo yanaweza kuzungumzwa au yule mhusika akaja akajieleza katika bunge ili isirudie mambo kama haya. Asante Bi Speaker.
Senator Mary Senator.
Madam Speaker, I wish to really sympathize with Senator Omogeni and the team who are held in the airport for 4 hours. Madam Speaker, Parliament
I think it is 45 minutes.
Parliament is an independent institution. And I was really wondering who have given the ministry authority to plan for Parliament who to travel to where and when to travel. Parliament has its own calendar. Parliament has its own activities. Parliament has its own budget. I can't, Madam Speaker, from the floor of this House, I cannot really know where the ministry, and for that matter, department called the Migration Department in the airport, is coming in terms of investigating which members are traveling. Madam Speaker, I think you should give an answer to this House right now and today to the members of this House on why we should be subjected to such kind of treatment. Madam Speaker, I think the Speaker has also taken long. This is an electioneering year, Madam Speaker. And if a member have a delegation to receive him or her in the airport, and then you are detained, they can easily say, maybe it's an issue to do with IEBC, or it is an issue to do with political parties, or it's an issue to do with parties. You know, definitely, Madam Speaker, we are at a time where everyone is campaigning. And so even our opponents can take advantage of the situation and say you have been detained in the airport because of some funny behaviors. So, Madam Speaker, I think it is just high time for the Speaker to bring to this House this issue to an end. It should come to an end. Thank you, Madam Speaker.
Senator Ochilo Mbogo. Senator Ochilo yako.
Well, thank you, Madam Speaker. Madam Speaker, this kind of violation of law and violation of the rights of a honorable member is one that should attract very serious outrage. Madam Speaker, many people think that traveling is a privilege. In fact, as a senator, that's just your duty. But the first and foremost and most important thing, you are a citizen, and you are free to go anywhere. The reason we get permission from the Speaker to travel is that we are traveling for duty. We don't need anybody's permission to travel. You can, like I can decide today to travel to Uganda, even outside duty. Nobody should think that I'm a permanent senator and stop me. How did these people think that other than having to get permission, Senator Omogeni could not travel as Senator Omogeni or as himself? Because we can travel. You can just go to some place. If you have a visa to that other place, you pay for the ticket and travel. Must anybody give you permission to travel? We are only authorized by the Speaker to travel because we are expending public money and we are going for duty. So there is need to make the executive understand that traveling is a right. It is a right of those who can meet the expense. You only travel or you only get permission if you are expending public money and that if you are on duty. But that aside, since when did Parliament seek authorization from the executive to carry out its responsibility? So this is something that we must handle as a House, and I believe that every person, every institution's first responsibility is to defend itself. Parliament is under attack from whoever. I don't think it's that little lady called, what was her name? I can't remember. That lady has no capacity to harass or intimidate anybody. There must be some faceless character who is over-enthusiastic, who wants to portray the majority side as violators of law. That person must be dealt with. I do not think that the president or any responsible person can issue directives to curtail the free movement of members of parliament in their private or in their official capacity. So as an institution, I urge the committee to which it will be referred to move with alacrity, move with speed, and ensure that the dignity and ensure that the privilege we have as members of this House is defended, and the rights we have as individuals, because we are individuals. In fact, since I border Tanzania, I intend to walk through Hispania tomorrow, because I'll be there, and I'll try to find out who will require a letter to walk into Tanzania. I also border Uganda. I'll use a boat to Uganda using a small letter, and I'll see who will stop me from going to Uganda. Because I can go there as a private citizen. I even have relatives there. I have friends there. I have a fund to pass you across the border. So we cannot have this ridiculous arrangement that we have to explain what we do privately and also have to seek permission from people who are not our employers to go out of the country for what we are entitled to do officially. Thank you, Madam Speaker. I urge the committee to move with speed and deal with this matter.
Senator Halake Apchiro.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. Madam Speaker, I rise to, first of all, sympathize with my colleague, Senator Omogeni, Senior Counsel, but also just to reiterate that a freedom of movement, Madam Speaker, as you know, is guaranteed in our Constitution, Article 39, that freedom of movement and residence is guaranteed for every citizen, not just leaders alone. Madam Speaker, I think the treatment of generally at our airports is actually quite demeaning and indignified when I see quite a number of people that actually done that, but then when a leader that you know will not run away, that is a leader in this country that has been on government official duties, is subjected to that, I shudder to imagine what happens to the citizens that we represent. Madam Speaker, the articles are very clear. Every person has the right to freedom of movement. Every person has the right to leave Kenya, it says actually. And every citizen has the right to enter, remain, and reside anywhere in Kenya. So again, these are violations of the law by state officers. And so if state officers are violating the laws that they should be upholding, I wonder then what kind of lawlessness this country is going to preside over. And we as leaders have the obligation to ensure that the rule of law is ensured and that the dignity of our citizens, both our leaders but also our citizens, is upheld. Madam Speaker, I hope this is dealt with properly and that these issues are arrested before they get out of hand and we become a lawless country. Madam Speaker, most leaders and most senators here, myself included, have international obligations. We're not just we're global citizens as well. We have responsibilities. We sit on boards outside of this country. In a few days, I will be required to go and represent a sector somewhere else. It's not government business, but it's an obligation from myself as a global citizen. And so I'd hate to think that because I am a government official or because I work in parliament, I am not going to be allowed to dispense my international duties from the day after tomorrow. So, Madam Speaker, I think this needs to be looked at and that we are not then caged just because we are leaders in this country. I support and I look forward to this being resolved.
Okay, Senator Isa Juma, Kwale County.
Asante sana Madam Speaker kunipa fursa hii niweze pia kuchangia kuhusu shida hii ambayo imetokea wenzetu maseneta, Senator Madzayo na Senator Mogeni. Madam Speaker, kusema la kweli mimi imenifika mimi mwenyewe. Mwezi jana nilikuwa nasafiri, nilikuwa naenda Tanzania, mimi na familia yangu. Nilipofika boda ya Lungalunga na Horohoro ya Kenya na Tanzania mpakani, niliwekwa pale karibu almost 1 hour. Sikujua kwa sababu gani. Huko passport yangu imechukuliwa, naambiwa nisubiri kidogo, ni ofisa amepigiwa simu anakuja. Alipokuja nikajishangaza mimi mwenyewe, kani kuna shida gani? Akaniambia hebu njoo kwa ofisi. Nikaingia kwa ofisi yake. Akaniambia kwamba nasikitika mheshimiwa, hutaweza kuruhusiwa kwenda safari yako kwa sababu tumepata mwelekeo kwamba maseneta hawezi kusafiri kwa muda sasa. Sasa nikajiuliza mimi mwenyewe, Mheshimiwa Spika, kuna shida gani kama sisi ni wabunge, sisi ni maseneta ambao tuna uwezo kwenda safari wakati wowote kuweza kuwakilisha serikali, na pia kama ni safari ya karibu katika nchi zetu za Kiafrika hapa tunaweza kwenda. Lakini hii tabia ambayo sasa hii iliyoko, lazima Mheshimiwa Spika tuweze kujua shida hii itatuliwa namna gani. Na pia nasema tena kwa sababu leo imetufikia kwa juzi ilikuwa ni mimi, nilikuwa nafikiria ni mimi peke yangu. Lakini leo imewafikia maseneta wenzetu, Senator Madzayo na Senator Mogeni. Kesho itakuwa na mwingine, maseneta wengine na wabunge wengine katika jumba hili la serikali. Kwa hivyo naomba kama ni kamati ambayo itashughulikia hili jambo au kamati katika Senate au kamati yote ifuatilize hili jambo ili tuweze kupoa njia mwelekeo ya kwenda, kwa sababu kesho nitasafiri mimi na familia yangu na watoto wangu tena. Hata sasa nataka kwenda safari pia naogopa kwenda Tanzania because hapo Tanzania na Lungalunga ni jirani kabisa. Naogopa hata kwenda sasa sababu nikifika naweza rudishwa tena pia hivyo hivyo bila sababu yote. Kwa hivyo Mheshimiwa Spika, mimi naomba ile jambo lishughulikiwe kwa haraka sana. Asante sana.
Thank you, Senator. Senator Ali Abdullahi Ibrahim. Senator Abdullahi.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. I'm surprised and shocked with what is going on. You know, for me, whenever I travel out and whenever I come in, we follow the process, and there are a lot of funny processes which happen, fingerprints, what or not, this, that, cameras. And I even most of the time inquire, what is this that you have to do every time? As now everything has been computerized. Why should your fingerprints every time, put your right, put your left, put this, your thumb? I used to question those, and I used to think that this might be particularly something which is meant for me and my ilk. But telling members of the Senate that they cannot travel and they have to be kept without any particular reason, I think this is a very sad affair. And this is something the Senate leadership and the Speaker in particular should tell us why. You know, we were already surprised before that whenever you want to travel, then the Senate, the clerk has to write foreign affairs, to do this, to do this. They were already unnecessary and too many procedures even before. Now even with that in place, still, if senators cannot travel to even you know, countries like Tanzania or Uganda or Rwanda, where you don't even need, in some places, you don't need a passport even. You just travel with ID cards. And then, I don't know, possibly I survive because most of the time I don't use a diplomatic passport and I just use the normal passport and I don't introduce myself. I just go as a normal citizen. But if you introduce yourself as a senator and you are still harassed, then I don't know what will happen to the others very soon. I think something has to be done, and the committee and the leadership, not only the committee, I think this one should be the House, the leadership, especially on the majority side and also the minority side, because both of them are supposed to be now part and parcel of the system, the way we are going right now at present. And the Speaker should act on this and give us answers immediately. If the deputy minority leader can be harassed at the airport, what will happen to the others? If the chairman of you know, a senior council can be harassed, What will happen to the other normal senators who are not known? This is very sad, Madam Speaker, and I think action, we need action, and we want results in the next 2 weeks, as soon as possible. Thank you, Madam Speaker.
Senator Mudama Agnes Kavindu. Senator for Machakos.
Thank you, Madam Speaker, for this opportunity to join my fellow senators in this, Madam Speaker, permission for traveling. Madam Speaker, I would also join every other senator who has spoken and say that I don't think it is good to report that you are going, but in case of an emergency or in case you need to travel and you are not on duty and it's just nearby, Madam Speaker, I don't see why one cannot travel, even far, because sometimes you may have an emergency and you need to travel immediately. And maybe there is no much time to communicate. And maybe also, you know, these telephone calls, you know, the mobiles, they fail at times. Maybe the person you are supposed to communicate with to give you the permission is out of reach. Does that mean that you have to stop doing what you have to do as a person? You know, because we also have children and relatives far. And sometimes one can be sick and they need your attention or they need your intervention immediately. And then if you have to really seek for permission to travel, that becomes an issue. And I'm not saying that it's wrong to report. It's good to report because we are here. But in case of an emergency, there must be an opening that one can travel and should not face any problem, Madam Speaker. I think this should be looked into. Thank you, Madam Speaker.
Thank you, Senator. Finally, Majority Leader, Senator Pogisho, Senator for West Pokot.
I want to, from the very onset, agree with members. And I was hoping that Senator Morgan would be here, but he's not here. Madam Speaker, if something is wrong, it is wrong. It's systemically wrong. If it is wrong, all we have to say is to say we are sorry. But I don't hold brief for the Speaker. But all we have to say is that it is wrong for anybody to unnecessarily detain any citizen if they are not committing any crime or if they are not profiled, not to travel. But in this case, we are dealing with a situation which is organically wrong, it is systemically wrong, that a member of the Senate, a senior member of the Senate, in this case, chairman of JLAC, is detained for any reason at all. And so all I can say is that it's wrong. And I hope that the committee that's going to deal with this matter finds it that way, that we cannot have a situation like that happening. So my answer today is just to say that we condemn it. We ask that the people who did this to our senior counsel, and not only senior counsel, by the way, and the leader of minority. Because to be a deputy leader of minority is just to be a leader of minority. That is very wrong. And so I do appreciate the fact that they brought this matter now, and I hope that the Speaker will rule in this, you will rule that this is wrong. Thank you, Madam Speaker.
Honorable Senators, this is a very serious matter. This is not the first time this matter is coming to the floor of this House. And for that matter, I want to give a directive on the matter. Honorable Senators, the issues raised by Senator Omugeni and canvassed by Senator Dr. Musuruve, Senator Matsayo, Senator Mohamed Faki, Senator Uchila Yako, Senator Abshiro Alake, Senator Issa Juma Boy, Senator Ali Abdullahi, Senator Agnes Mudama, and Senator Majority Leader, Senator for West Pokot, are weighty and touch on the dignity of honorable members and the independence of Parliament, and in particular, the Senate. I therefore direct the Standing Committee on National Security, Defense, and Foreign Affairs to investigate these incidents and other previous incidences involving Senate delegations traveling out of the country. In particular, the committee should summon the Cabinet Secretary for Interior and Coordination, among others, of the national government. And also, number one, find out whether there is a government ban on Senate delegation from traveling out of the country. Number two, who gave directions to that effect, and they investigate the officers from which who are stopping Senate delegation from traveling out of the country. Three, why the executive is encroaching and interfering with the independence of another arm of government, in particular the Senate. The committee should treat this matter as an urgent matter and table its report on the findings by next week, Wednesday, 9th of March, 2022. I think that should be able to take care of that matter. Our next order is, we want to give, we are back to statements, and we want to give Senator Abshiro an opportunity to make her statement. Senator Abshiro.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. Madam Speaker, I rise pursuant to Standing Order 47-1 to make a statement on an issue of general topic of concern, namely cybercrime and data insecurity in our country at this time of elections. Madam Speaker, there's a sharp rise in cyber cases of cyber attacks in the country, a phenomenon that is increasingly becoming a major threat to businesses, organizations, individuals, and government institutions. Just in June last year, it came as a shock to many Kenyans when they realized that their names were listed as members of political parties without their consent. And this is really disturbing given the fact that we are on the eve of general elections in 2022. How the political parties gained access to people's details is a mystery and raises great concerns that the data could be used for malicious and ulterior purposes as well. This raises a lot of questions, Madam Speaker, concerning the integrity of the databases that we hold in different places, including even the Office of the Registrar of Political Parties, while making Kenyans anxious regarding the upcoming general elections following this unlawful registration of people's names in different political parties. This is not the first time, Madam Speaker, Kenyans are complaining about their data being accessed unlawfully. In 2017, just 5 months to elections, Kenyans complained about what they referred to as fraudulent acquisition of information for registration purposes. And we're seeing a repeat, Madam Speaker, of the same breach of data. Information and communication technologies, Madam Speaker, are increasingly prevalent in electoral management and democratic processes. Cybersecurity is currently one of the greatest electoral challenges being faced globally, but especially in our country where the institutions that look at this are quite in their infancy. This House needs to take charge and ensure that cybersecurity is ensured. Currently, Madam Speaker, a broad range of actors, including electoral management bodies, cybersecurity expert bodies, security agencies, should be aware of the latest cyber threats and how best to protect their citizens against this. Interagency collaboration is essential for defending elections against digital threats. There's therefore need to invest in protecting the elections from cyber threats through an interagency collaborative effort. Madam Speaker, digital access also exposes our children to a host of risks. This goes beyond, of course, just elections. We're not saying this because we are politicians and we need to protect ourselves. This affects our children as well, Madam Speaker. they're exposed to harmful content, sexual exploitation and abuse, as well as cyberbullying and misuse of private information, as much as it also exposes them to a wealth of benefits and opportunities, especially through e-learning, Madam Speaker. We need to be alive to the new realities brought about by crimes committed against children in the cyberspace as well, even as we look at the electoral malpractices and electoral processes as well. According to the quarterly sector statistics reported, which is covering July to September 2020, which was released by the Communications Authority last year, there was an increase in child online abuse and online fraud, Madam Speaker. Additionally, enterprises such as savings and credit cooperatives, societies, banks, financial services, betting firms, and even government institutions have been targeted in the general increase of cyber-related attacks over the last few years, Madam Speaker. Madam Speaker, our Constitution recognizes the right to privacy, including the right not to have a citizen's personal information in relation to their family or private affairs unnecessarily acquired, revealed, or used. Data protection in Kenya is also regulated by the Data Protection Act, number 24 of 2019. Establishment of the data protection laws aims at protecting individuals' rights and privacy and to personal information. Accessing, using, or processing one's personal information without authorization is an offense under the Act and is an infringement of their privacy rights, and there's need to protect these rights, Madam Speaker. Moreover, Madam Speaker, the Computer Misuse and Cybercrimes Act of 2018 seeks to detect, prohibit, prevent, respond to, investigate, and prosecute computer and cyber crimes. Madam Speaker, the question then that begs is, what are these agencies doing as lawlessness and insecurity of our data is coming to really unprecedented levels as we speak, especially during this electioneering period? The country needs new strategies to mitigate the threat to its cyberspace and come up with more adequate cybersecurity measures in key sectors, Madam Speaker. In view of the above and importance of this matter, perhaps you may also wish, and it will be my wish, that as much as this is asked under 47.1 to allow us to go to the depth of this, that this would be looked into, because we really do need to make sure that even if it's as a matter of risk mitigation or as a matter of taking this opportune time to ensure that we don't see a situation where good leaders are locked out of this election because of cybersecurity, bad leaders are using these kinds of unprecedented and unlawful methods through the cybersecurity to advance really terrible breakage of the law, Madam Speaker. Madam Speaker, I thank you for allowing me to present this, and pray that this gets given to us, to a committee, to just look into this issue, because it's becoming really prevalent. And as where I sit as the chairperson for the Center for Multi-Party Democracy, this cybersecurity is a threat to our democracy. I thank you, Madam Speaker.
Thank you, Senator. Senator Musuruve, you want to make a comment on that statement? Senator Musuruve.
Thank you, Honorable Speaker, for the opportunity. And Senator Halake, I congratulate her for coming up with this statement on the floor of this House, and it has come at the right time. A time when you logging, trying to find out from IEBC register, when you press *509# to find out which party you belong to, you find that you are in a different party, sometimes even a party that you have never ascribed to. Actually, a real example, yesterday, but when I was checking my details, I was shocked that I was in a different party, and when I registered out, then I tried to find out now which party I was in, then I the response was that I have no party at all, I belong to no party at all, and it is a very serious issue, because if you've been a solid member of a party, you pay your life member, you are even doing your duties loyally, and then eventually you are told you are not in that party, and then you are partyless. At a time like this, it is a very, very serious issue that needs to be investigated. And also, Honorable Speaker, the IEBC should also be clear and tell Kenyans what is it that makes solid members, be put into other parties. It should also come on board and, answer. And also, there's need for IEBC to listen to case by case. If, for instance, a leader has been a solid member of a certain party and has evidence of what he has been doing and then has been taken to another party at a time like this, then IEBC should listen to such cases and put members in their right spaces, Honorable Speaker. And yes, I agree with Senator Halake that when it comes to the cyber, bullying, it is really even for our children, because our children have access to cyber. Our children have access, and their minds are very young, and you find that their minds are being polluted by some information they get from the media. And media, I can tell you, Honorable Speaker, as a teacher, has a very, very bad, addiction to children, especially the young minds. And when it comes, of course, they are exposed to, cyberbullying because of, the nature of studies these days, that the children have to use laptops, internets have to be, used also. But you cannot really control what your children are viewing. It is very, very difficult. In some attacks, you'll find that young children are being shown in the internet smoking, drinking, and since our children are also young in mind, they may think that is the right thing to do. And even in some cases, you'll find maybe wife battering being shown in the media, and sometimes children may think that is the way to do things. So there's need for the agency to come out strongly, and this security on cyber should also come out strongly. I think the Minister of ICT should also come in to explain to Kenyans what they're doing to ensure that our children are not affected by cyberbullying, and also our leaders are also not affected by cyberbullying. Because, Honorable Speaker, I wonder, like, for example, in my case, how did, whether it's a person or whether it's, I don't know who changed my name to be in a different party, how did they get my documents, Honorable Speaker? How did they even get my details, Honorable Speaker? There is need for personal data protection, in the cyber, Honorable Speaker. There is need for a framework to be put in place to ensure that people's data are secure, people's data are not used, badly, because in the same breath, people can still use your details to even, ask for a loan from a bank, or even take your property and all that. So there's need for this country to put, the right measures in place to investigate in depth whether the information that is given about members, using the internet is rightfully from the members or not. Honorable Speaker, I support that this statement, when it goes to the right committee that you are going to, say it goes to, will investigate this matter, come to the bottom of the matter, and ensure that Kenyans are free to use the cyber, and that their information will not be misused against them. Thank you, Honorable Speaker. I support.
Senator Faria.
I thank you, Madam Speaker, for giving me this opportunity. I also wish to thank Senator Abshiro for bringing this issue to the attention of this House. Madam Speaker, on 26th 25th of February, I checked my party status, and it read People's Trust Party. And the date it was changed was 22nd of February. Before that, I was in Jubilee Party. How do you explain that? I had to remove myself from that party for me to even attend NDC. So, Madam Speaker, it is very, very sad that some of these things are happening in this country. Madam Speaker, in fact, who even monitors online borrowing, Madam Speaker? Online borrowing is on the heights. Kenyans are being fleeced Loans are, you are told 10% per month. You think that is just per annum, you assume? Then you realize that it is every month you are being charged 10%. Who takes care of Kenyan interest in such an issue? Madam Speaker, even in terms of now voter registers, do we know even whether they are safe now at this rate? Because if somebody can change my party on 22nd of February and put it in a People's Trust Party, should we even trust such a party that can do shady things like that, surely? That is deregistering somebody from their own party to another party like 4 days before the NDC. What kind of issue is this? And then, Madam Speaker, the other thing is, even the land registers are now in digital form. Are we sure that our title deeds are safe? I think that is one of the things when this committee is investigating this matter, they should also include in terms of digital safety of even our land titles in the Ministry of Lands. Are they safe? Because if somebody can just change what is in our government data without your permission, what else can they not do online without your permission? So okay, technology, we should not, technology is a progressive thing. It is, it has changed the world order in terms of how things are done, made things easier. People are right now able to log on and participate in the discussion of this house through online. That is progressive. But who is protecting us against the bad side effect of online, fraud and crime? Our children are no longer safe. You open something, you've never opened any site that has a pornographic or you've never done it in your life. Sometimes it just pops in. Who allows such a thing to happen? So I think there is a lot of things we need to, in terms of the progressive things are much more, but the harmful part of internet and online, to some extent, the harm is the impact is so hard that sometimes you will struggle many years in court even to recover on the impact of online platform. So, Madam Speaker, I think this committee that takes care of this statement needs to go far and wide in terms of how these things can be done to protect Kenyans. Thank you so much, Madam Speaker.
Finally, Senator Mudhama Agnes Kavindu.
Thank you, Madam Speaker, for this opportunity. And I first of all want to congratulate Senator Arake for this statement. Madam Speaker, there is a lot of crime, cybercrime, and especially there is no protection for one's privacy, because many of the people are just taking your data, and putting it wherever they want. You'll find even your pictures being picked from wherever they are and being sent somewhere else, and you even find somebody taking your picture and joining it with somebody else's picture who you are not even together at any given time, and they are posted somewhere. There is a lot of bullying in cyber, in this cyber crime, and especially for politicians. You'll find people abusing others through this social media. And Madam Speaker, it is also exposing our children. And what my other fellow senators have said is very true, that people are being changed from their parties to different parties. And you wonder how they get all the data and how they transfer people. And especially now we are going for nominations. And if you are not registered in your party, you will not be able to participate. And so people are shortchanging others by transferring them from their parties to other parties. Madam Speaker, I recommend this, and I say that the committee that is looking into this must do something very fast, because especially the nominations are coming just around the corner in April. And if this continues like this, there are people who will lose their elections because they have no people to vote for them in their parties because they've been transferred illegally by other people. And as we deal with the hate speech, also through cyber crime, those people who are spreading hate through cyber, they should be dealt with mercilessly, and they should be punished so that this can come to a stop. Thank you, Madam Speaker. I support.
Finally, Senator Mary Eyane.
Madam Speaker, I want to congratulate Senator Halake for having thought of this important statement. Madam Speaker, cybercrime and data insecurity in the country is rising. Madam Speaker, and you know data and privacy is a constitutional right of everyone. And this technology is exposing even the social being of the citizens. Madam Speaker, my question, and I hope you direct this statement to the Committee of Security and ICT also, they should tell us first the institutions concerned, what is their role in terms of the implementation of two important bills. Madam Speaker, you remember we have passed a bill called Data Protection Bill. We have also passed another bill called Cybercrime. Madam Speaker, you'll allow me to look at the name of this bill. Madam Speaker, there is also this other bill that this House has passed on Computer Misuse and Cybercrime Act 2018, and it was gazetted. Where is the implementation? Why are we not implementing these very important bills that we pass as Parliament? Because these bills are passed to protect the misuse of technology, not only on the leadership, governance, but also on our kids. Our young children are exposed to information that they are not supposed to. Even security, in terms of security, our data is not protected. So I was just asking that this committee should look at the implementation of these two important bills and give to the House an assurance that our data is safe. Recently, members have been subjected to a lot of torture where your information or your data has been moved from one party to another without your permission. And so we have been asking ourselves, who gives this data to these mushrooming parties to register you without your permission? So I think it's high time for this House and especially the committee to assure Kenyans of their privacy in terms of the use of technology. I thank you.
Thank you, Senators. Next order. We defer from 8, 9, and 10. Next order.
Order number 10, Committee of the Whole, the Law of Succession Amendment Bill, Senate Bills number 15 of 2021. Order number 11, Committee of the Whole, Law of Succession Amendment Bill, Senate Bills number 15 of 2021. Order number 12, Committee of the Whole, the Preservation of Human Dignity and the Protection of Economic and Social Rights Bill, Senate Bills number 21 of 2021. Order number 13, Committee of the Whole, the Special Needs Education Bill, Senate Bills number 44 of 2021.
Honorable Senators, we are ready for the Committee of the Whole. And the first one is the Law on Succession Amendment Bill, Senate Bills number 15 of 2021.
Clause 2.
I propose the question that Clause 2 be part of the bill. Chairperson?
Madam Speaker, I propose that Clause 2 be amended as provided for in the order paper.
I propose the question that Clause 2 be amended as proposed. I put the question that Clause 2 be amended as proposed, division at the end.
Clause 3.
I propose the question that Clause 3 be deleted. I put the question that Clause 3 be deleted, division at the end.
Clause 4.
I propose the question that Clause 4 be part of the bill. Chairperson?
Madam Speaker, I propose that Clause 4 be amended as proposed in the order paper.
I propose the question that Clause 4 be amended as proposed. I put the question that Clause 4 be amended as proposed, division at the end.
Clause 5.
I propose the question that Clause 5 be part of the bill. Mover, that's the chairperson.
Madam Speaker, I propose that Clause 5 be amended as proposed in the order paper.
I propose the question that Clause 5 be amended as proposed. I put the question that Clause 5 be amended as proposed, division at the end.
Clause 6.
I propose the question that Clause 6 be part of the bill. Chairperson?
Madam Speaker, I propose that Clause 6 be amended as proposed in the order paper.
I propose the question that Clause 6 be amended as proposed. I put the question that Clause 6 be amended as proposed, division at the end.
Clause 7.
I propose the question that Clause 7 be part of the bill. I put the question that Clause 7 be part of the bill, division at the end.
Clause 8.
I propose the question that Clause 8 be part of the bill. Chairperson?
Madam Speaker, I propose that Clause 8 be amended as proposed in the order paper.
I propose the question that Clause 8 be amended as proposed. I put the question that Clause 8 be amended as proposed, division at the end.
Clause 9.
I propose the question that Clause 9 be deleted. I put the question that Clause 9 be deleted, division at the end.
New Clause 8A.
The chairperson?
Madam Speaker, I propose that Clause 8A be inserted as proposed in the order paper.
I propose the question that the new Clause 8A be read a second time. I put the question that new Clause 8A be read a second time, division at the end.
The title and Clause 1.
I propose the question that the title and Clause 1 be part of the bill. I put the question that the title and clause 1 be part of the bill. Division at the end. Honorable Senators, we move to the preservation of human dignity and protection of economic and social rights bill, Senate Bills number 21 of 2021.
Clause 3.
I propose the question that clause 3 be part of the bill. Chairperson?
Madam Speaker, I propose that clause
3.
Clause 3 be amended as proposed in the order paper.
I propose the question that clause 3 be amended as proposed. I put the question that clause 3 be amended as proposed. Division at the end.
Clause 4.
I propose the question that clause 4 be part of the bill. Chairperson?
Madam Speaker, I propose that clause 4 be amended as provided for in the order paper.
I propose the question that clause 4 be amended as proposed. I put the question that clause 4 be amended as proposed. Division at the end.
Clause 5.
I propose the question that clause 5 be part of the bill. Chairperson?
Madam Speaker, I propose that clause 5 be amended as proposed in the order paper.
I propose the question that clause 5 be amended as proposed. I put the question that clause 5 be amended as proposed. Division at the end.
Clause 6.
I propose the question that clause 6 be part of the bill. Chairperson?
Madam Speaker, I move that clause 6 be amended as proposed in the order paper.
I propose the question that clause 6 be amended as proposed. I put the question that clause 6 be amended as proposed. Division at the end.
Clause 7.
I propose the question that clause 7 be part of the bill. Chairperson?
Madam Speaker, I move that clause 7 be amended as proposed in the order paper.
I propose the question that clause 7 be amended as proposed. I put the question that clause 7 be amended as proposed. Division at the end.
Clause 8.
I propose the question that clause 8 be part of the bill. Chairperson?
Madam Speaker, I move that clause 8 be amended as proposed in the order paper.
I propose the question that clause 8 be amended as proposed. I put the question that clause 8 be amended as proposed. Division at the end.
Clause 9.
I propose the question that clause 9 be part of the bill. Chairperson?
Madam Speaker, I move that clause 9 be amended as provided for in the order paper.
I propose the question that clause 9 be amended as proposed. I put the question that clause 9 be amended as proposed. Division at the end.
Clauses 10 and 11.
I propose the question that clauses 10 and 11 be part of the bill. I put the question that clauses 10 and 11 be part of the bill. Division at the end.
Clause 12.
I propose the question that clause 12 be part of the bill. Chairperson?
Madam Speaker, I move that clause 12 be amended as proposed in the order paper.
I propose the question that clause 12 be amended as proposed. I put the question that clause 12 be amended as proposed. Division at the end.
Clauses 13 and 14.
I propose the question that clauses 13 to 14 be part of the bill. I put the question that clauses 13 to 14 be part of the bill. Division at the end.
Clause 15.
I propose the question that clause 15 be part of the bill. Chairperson?
Madam Speaker, I move that clause 15 be amended as proposed in the order paper.
I propose the question that clause 15 be amended as proposed. I put the question that clause 15 be amended as proposed. Division at the end.
Clause 16.
I propose the question that clause 16 be part of the bill. Chairperson?
Madam Speaker, I move that clause 16 be amended as proposed in the order paper.
I propose the question that clause 16 be amended as proposed. I put the question that clause 16 be amended as proposed. Division at the end.
Clause 17.
I propose the question that clause 17 be part of the bill. Chairperson?
Madam Speaker, I move that clause 17 be amended as proposed in the order paper.
I propose the question that clause 17 be amended as proposed. I put the question that clause 17 be amended as proposed. Division at the end.
Clause 18.
I propose the question that clause 18 be deleted. Chairperson?
Madam Speaker, I move that clause 18 be deleted as proposed in the order paper.
I propose the question that clause 18 be deleted. I put the question that clause 18 be deleted, division at the end.
Clause 19.
I propose the question that clause 19 be part of the bill. Chairperson.
Madam Speaker, I move that clause 19 be part of the bill.
I propose the question that clause 19 be amended as proposed. I put the question that clause 19 be amended as proposed, division at the end.
Clause 20.
I propose the question that clause 20 be part of the bill. I put the question that clause 20 be part of the bill, division at the end.
Clause 21.
I propose the question that clause 21 be part of the bill. Chairperson.
Madam Speaker, I move that clause 21 be amended as proposed in the order paper.
I propose the question that clause 21 be amended as proposed. I put the question that clause 21 be amended as proposed, division at the end.
Clause 22.
I propose the question that clause 22 be part of the bill. Chairperson.
Madam Speaker, I move that clause 22 be amended as proposed in the order paper.
I propose the question that clause 22 be amended as proposed. I put the question that clause 22 be amended as proposed, division at the end.
Clause 23.
I propose the question that clause 23 be part of the bill. I put the question that clause 23 be part of the bill, division at the end.
Clause 24.
I propose the question that clause 24 be deleted. Chairperson.
Madam Speaker, I move that clause 24 be deleted as proposed in the order paper.
I propose the question that clause 24 be deleted. I put the question that clause 24 be deleted, division at the end.
Clause 25.
I propose the question that clause 25 be deleted. Chairperson.
Madam Speaker, I move that clause 25 be deleted as proposed in the order paper.
I propose the question that clause 25 be deleted. I put the question that clause 25 be deleted, division at the end.
New clause 21A.
Chairperson.
Madam Speaker, I move that clause 21A be amended as proposed in the order paper.
I propose the question that new clause 21A be read a second time. I put the question that new clause 21A be read a second time, division at the end.
New clause 21B.
Chairperson.
Madam Speaker, I move that new clause 21B be amended as proposed in the order paper.
I propose the question that new clause 21B be read a second time. I put the question that new clause 21B be read a second time, division at the end.
Schedule.
I propose the question that schedule be part of the bill. Chairperson.
Madam Speaker, I move that the schedule be part of the bill as proposed in the order paper.
I propose the question that the schedule be amended as proposed. I put the question that the schedule be amended as proposed, division at the end.
Clause 2.
I propose the question that clause 2 be part of the bill. Chairperson.
Madam Speaker, I move that clause 2 be amended as proposed in the order paper.
I propose the question that clause 2 be amended as proposed. I put the question that clause 2 be amended as proposed, division at the end.
The long title.
I propose the question that long title be part of the bill. Chairperson.
Madam Speaker, I propose that the long title be amended as proposed in the order paper.
I propose the question that long title be amended as proposed. I put the question that long title be amended as proposed, division at the end.
The short title.
I propose that the short title be part of the bill. Chairperson.
Madam Speaker, I move that the short title be amended as proposed in the order paper.
I propose the question that short title be amended as proposed. I put the question that short title be amended as proposed, division at the end.
Clause 1.
I propose the question that clause 1 be part of the bill. I put the question that clause 1 be part of the bill, division at the end. Honorable Senators, we move to the Special Needs Education Bill, Senate Bills number 44 of 2021.
Clauses 3 to 48.
I propose the question that clauses 3 to 48 be part of the bill. I put the question that clauses 3 to 48 be part of the bill. Division at the end.
Clause 2, the title, and Clause 1.
I propose the question that clause 2, the title, and clause 1 be part of the bill. I put the question that clause 2, the title, and clause 1 be part of the bill. Division at the end. Honorable Senators, we are now reporting progress, and we start with the law of succession, Amendment Bill, Senate Bills number 15 of 2021. I put. The mover, please.
I don't know what to report. What do I say?
Senator Abshiro. Senator Abshiro. Please approach. She knows what to do.
So now she's going to, she's moving, yeah?
Yeah, Senator Abshiro.
Thank you, Honorable Chairperson. Honorable Chairperson, pursuant to Standing Order 148, I beg to move that the Committee of the Whole do report progress on its consideration of the Law of Succession Amendment Bill, Senate Bill number, is it number 15? Number 15 of 2021, and seek leave to sit again tomorrow.
I put the question that the Committee of the Whole do report progress on its consideration of the Law of Succession Amendment Bill, Senate Bills number 15 of 2021, and seek leave to sit again tomorrow. May as many as are of the opinion say aye. Aye. And those of the contrary opinion say nay. The ayes have it. We are reporting progress on the preservation and human dignity and enforcement of
Protection of.
Are they doing the wrong thing? Honorable Senators, we are reporting progress on the preservation of human dignity and protection of economic and social rights bill, Senate Bills number 21 of 2021. Senator Abshiro.
Honorable Chairperson, pursuant to Standing Order number 148, I beg to move that the Committee of the Whole do report to the House its consideration of the preservation of human dignity and enforcement of economic and social rights bill, Senate Bill number 21 of 2021.
Senator, I think there is a mistake there. We can correct it for you.
Yes. It's okay.
It's okay. Okay, do it again.
Thank you, Madam Chair. Honorable Chairperson, pursuant to Standing Order number 148, I beg to move that the Committee of the Whole do report to the House its consideration of the preservation of human dignity and enforcement of economic and social rights bill, Senate Bills number 21 of 2021, and seek leave to sit again tomorrow.
Honorable Senators, I put the question, which is that the Committee of the Whole do report progress on its consideration of the preservation and human dignity and protection economic social rights bill, Senate Bills number 21 of 2021, and seek leave to sit again tomorrow. May as many as are of the opinion say aye. Aye. And those of the contrary opinion say nay. The ayes have it. Now we are reporting progress on the Special Needs Education Bill, Senate Bills number 44 of 2021. Mover. Senator Musuruve.
Horn Chairperson, person to Standing Order 148, I beg to move that the Committee of the Whole do report progress on its consideration of the Special Needs Education Bill, Senate Bills number 44 of 2021, and seek leave to sit again tomorrow.
I put the question that the Committee of the Whole do report progress on its consideration of the Special Needs Education Bill, Senate Bills number 44 of 2021, and seek leave to sit again tomorrow. May as many as are of the opinion say aye. Aye. And those of the contrary opinion say nay. The ayes have it. Yes, Senator Mungeni, what's the point of order?
So, what is on order number 9 on Intergovernmental Relations Amendment Bill, but I noticed that the chairperson is not in the House. So I'm requesting, Madam Speaker, if this maybe can be stood to next week.
Yeah, we defer it to Tuesday next week.
Tuesday next week.
Yes.
Thank you, Madam Speaker.
Thank you. Okay, now we are making report on the law of succession amendment bill, Senate Bills number 15 of 2021. Senator Faria.
Honorable Speaker, I beg to report that the Committee of the Whole has considered the Law of Succession Amendment Bill, Senate Bill number 15 of 2021, and seek leave to sit again tomorrow.
Honorable Senators, I propose the question. Move by Senator Abshiro. These things are confusing.
Honourable Speaker, I beg to move that the House do agree with the committee on the said report and ask Senator Mudhama to second.
Madam Speaker, I second.
Honorable Senators, I propose the question that the House do agree with the committee in the said report. Honorable Senators, I put the question that the House do agree with the committee in the said report. May as many as are of the opinion say aye. Aye. And those of the contrary opinion say nay. The ayes have it. The next is the preservation of human dignity and enforcement of economic and social rights bill, Senate Bills number 21 of 2021. Chairperson.
Madam Speaker, I beg to report progress that the Committee of the Whole has considered the Preservation of Human Dignity and Enforcement of Economic and Social Rights Bill, Senate Bill number 21 of 2021, and seek leave to sit tomorrow again. To sit again tomorrow. Thank you.
Mover.
Honorable Speaker, I beg to move that the House do agree with the committee on the said report and ask Senator Musuruve to second.
Senator Musuruve.
Honorable Speaker, I do second.
Honorable Senators, I propose the question, which is that the House do agree with the committee in the said report. I put the question which is that the House do agree with the committee in the said report. May as many as are of the opinion say aye. Aye. Those of the contrary opinion say nay. The ayes have it. The next and final one is the Special Needs Education Bill, Senate Bills number 44 of 2021. Chairperson.
Honorable Speaker, I beg to report that the Committee of the Whole has considered the Special Needs Education Bill, Senate Bill number 44 of 2021, and seek leave to sit again tomorrow. Thank you.
Mover, Senator Musuruve.
Honorable Speaker, I beg to move that the House do agree with the committee on the said report and ask Senator Faria to second.
Senator Faria.
Honorable Speaker, I second.
Thank you, Senators. I propose the question that the House do agree with the committee in the said report. I put the question that the House do agree with the committee in the said report. May as many as are of the opinion say aye. Aye. And those of the contrary opinion say nay. The ayes have it. Next order.
Order number 13. Order number 14. The Election Amendment number 2 Bill, Senate Bills number 43 of 2021, second reading.
It is deferred. I don't see Senator Udekina here. Next order.
Order number 15, Election Campaign Financing Amendment Bill, Senate Bills number 51 of 2021, second reading.
You need to come. That is also deferred. Senator Olekina is not there.
Order number 16, motion, adoption of the report of the Standing Committee on Health on the special audit report on utilization of COVID-19 funds by 28 county governments.
You deferred.
Order number 16. I don't seem to see the mover, so deferred. Next order.
Order number 17, motion, recognizing and appreciating the elderly by county governments.
Senator Rose Nyamunga.
That the maternal, newborn, and child health bill. No, I think I'm the wrong one. Health.
Senator Nyamunga, we are order number 17.
Recognition. Okay. Honorable Speaker, aware that in 2006, the national government initiated the Older Person Cash Transfer, OPTST program, popularly known as Pesa ya Wazee, which is an unconditional cash transfer program to destitute elderly families above the age of 65 years to cater for their subsistence needs. Noting that the beneficiaries received a monthly stipend of Kenya shillings 2,000 delivered every 2 months through appointed payments agents, and also entitled to medical insurance through the National Health Insurance Fund, NHIF. Concerned, however, that the program's credibility is marred by issues of delayed payments to beneficiaries, difficulties in processing of payments through the stipulated agents, and payments to unregistered persons. Now, therefore, the Senate recommends that the county government complement the efforts of the national government and assist in resolving these challenges by, 1, developing legislation and policies to protect the elderly, including ensuring all elderly persons in their counties are registered in the OPCT program, and 2, organize value addition mechanisms such as financial training to help the beneficiaries of the program to efficiently utilize this allowance. Mr. Speaker, this motion has been on for quite some time, and maybe mostly as a matter of technicalities. I want to appreciate what the national government has done so far in making sure that the elderly are taken care of. When we looked at the statistics, it was very clear that in Kenya, people who are 70 years and above are about 900 and something thousand. It doesn't reach 1 million, meaning that the government can easily take care of its elderly. Because if you look at our population, which is about between 45 to 50 million, that is the report that we get. I'm not very sure the actual population of Kenya. Even after the census of 2019, it's still not yet clear. But going by those census, if you take the figure for the elderly or people who are 70 and above, it is less than a million. Meaning that it's a figure that the government can easily deal with. And even as you look at the number of 900,000, I believe more than a half of that figure are people who can take care of them. Some of them are living on pension. Some of them are maybe people who invested and enjoying their lives at the age of 70 and above. So meaning that the number which is left to be seen as destitute could not be so much, could be maybe 500,000 or less. Mr. Speaker, most of our elderly are really going through a very difficult time because most of them are elderly people who maybe their children, either they are dead or maybe alive, but those children, most of them are living with their grandchildren. And you know the type of grandchildren that most of elderly people have. Maybe they are children who are gotten from their children who are dead, and maybe they didn't go to school, so they are youth who may be not empowered and cannot live on their own. So they are also targeting this money from their elderly parents or grandparents. Apart from that, the elderly, most of them are in very pathetic conditions. If they are not living with relatives who are not maybe too caring, they are living with their grandchildren who are also eyeing this 2,000. This money, I appreciate what the government has done so far, but this money is not enough. And secondly, it comes very late. In fact, we say every 2 months, sometimes it goes to 3, 4, 5, 6 months without receiving it. And yet when they receive this money, still they just receive 2,000. I mean, they receive 2 months. So every time this money is in arrears of 3, 4, 5, 6 months. So it is not achieving the purpose for which the government intended it. So I want to say, yes, we appreciate what the national government is doing so far, but the county government should now come in and first of all identify who are these who are not netted by the national government, and what is the program that they can put in place to supplement, complement, or totally take care of those who have not been netted by the national government. Mr. Speaker, it is so clear to me that some of these elderly, some of them could still be in very good health conditions. I know most of them are struggling with health, and they need a proper medical cover to take care of them. But some of them, even as they struggle with medical conditions, if they have medical cover, which is sure, and every time they are not well, they can go to the hospitals and get the medical attention that they need. That is number one. Number two, some of them I have already mentioned are still in good condition. Even as they ail and suffer from some diseases, there are still people who are healthy enough to some extent that they can be supported. My problem is that I need these people to be identified, the money which is meant for them be given to them. Apart from just giving them the money, they should go through some trainings, because I know of some areas where such people have been assisted to the extent that they are now able to continue with their lives in a normal way, because they have utilized that money over a period of time properly, and now they can generate income. They will tell you, now you have assisted me long enough, I am now able to run my small business, can you now support the next person? In some areas, we have had such reports, because it's one thing that I've taken very seriously, and I've been working on it. I know the figures, and I know the areas where people have said, please now move on to the next people. Some of them may know how to spend that money. Some of them may not. So one of the issues that are raised here is, yes, give the money, but also train them. Train them on how to spend this money. This money can be spent in a more productive way. I am a believer in food security. This money they can be helped to concentrate on food security. They can get involved in some trading, but they must be supported, they must be trained. It should not just be assumed that once you've gotten your 2,000, you spend it for the month and wait for the next month, but if it delays, you become destitute. But if you're trained to utilize it and multiply it in one way or the other, be it in farming, vegetable farming, that is poultry, horticulture, it can be in poultry farming, any activity that can be carried out, they will also choose that my area of interest is this. And then they are capacity built on that area and given the training that is needed, because the idea should really to help those who are able to, to be able to support themselves. And those who cannot can be forever be supported until now their lives come to an end, but not for everybody. So this is the gist of this motion, and I want the county governments to put structures in place and proper policies, and if possible even law that they put in place that is sort automatic. The government has done, national has done enough, let the county also do something, because we are working for the common good of the people and for the people of Kenya. So it doesn't matter whether the assistance is coming from the national government or the county government. But whatever the national government is doing is good, yes, but let us also bring in the county governments and let them put everything in place to assist the people. So with that, I want to support this motion and ask Senator Musuruve to second it. Thank you, Senator.
Senator Musuruve.
Thank you, Honorable Speaker, for giving me this chance to second this motion by Senator Nyamunga. And before I continue, kindly allow me to thank Senator Nyamunga for raising our awareness and bringing this issue on the floor of this House. And Honorable Speaker, it must be very clear that the issue of the elderly being neglected is something that has happened time immemorial, even during those olden days. And we even see, for those of us who read Bibles, the psalmist in 71, chapter 71, is clearly, an old person is clearly now communicating with God, telling God, I have relied upon you from the days of my youth. I've done this and that, but now that I'm old, and now that my hair has turned gray, do not reject me, do not abandon me as I pass your laws to the next generation. So this is something that has always been there since time immemorial. And I thank Senator Nyamunga for bringing this on the floor of this House. Because, Honorable Speaker, the elderly have perpetually been ignored and they have been forgotten, despite the fact that they have done so much during their active times. And it is very clear that it is possible for a parent to take care of 10 children, but it becomes very difficult for the 10 children to take care of their own parent who really struggle, about them. And Honorable Speaker, I want to say that when you look at our constitution, it is very clear that the elderly have rights. In Article 57, it is stipulated very clearly that the elderly have full right to participate in affairs of the society, to pursue personal development, to live in dignity, respect, and be free from any form of abuse. And Honorable Speaker, this motion by Senator Nyamunga just comes in handily to implement and what is in our Constitution, Article 54, Honorable Speaker. Honorable Speaker, it must be very clear that every person in this world, as long as you have breath, you can develop yourself, and there is no optimal development. Even when you're elderly, it does not mean that you have reached, the optimal development. You reach optimal development when you have no breath at all, Honorable Speaker. So I want to say that the issue that Senator Nyamunga is bringing on the floor of this House is a genuine concern, that must be taken with the seriousness that it deserves. Two clear things that Senator Nyamunga would like the Senate to do is to ensure that legislation is there to protect the elderly. She's very clear. And another thing that Senator Nyamunga is asking for the Senate to do on behalf of the elderly is to ensure that there's capacity building on how this money needs to be utilized, Honorable Speaker. And I want to say, Honorable Speaker, honestly, we must endeavor to support the government initiatives. When it comes to these funds for the elderly, it is a trial that was done in 2008. The government of Kenya did this. During the districts, when we had districts, they did it in Nyando, they did it in Thika, and eventually it was implemented in Busia, Honorable Speaker. And this was an initiative to ensure that actually issues of poverty are brought to a stop, Honorable Speaker. Time and again, it has now become, it has come to very many other, counties. In fact, in every county, the elderly are supposed to be identified, protected, and money needs to actually be sent. So I want to say, Honorable Speaker, that the government initiative on this program was well-meaning. And this program is among the many cash transfer programs that the government has initiated. Because the government has initiated even, cash transfer for, for the orphans. It has initiated for PWDs who are severely vulnerable, and it has also initiated and it has continued to intensify and encourage this one that has been brought about by Senator Nyamunga on the elderly. Honorable Speaker, it must be very clear that the elderly face a bout of challenges. One thing, by the time people are elderly, they have done a lot in life. If it's educated children, they have educated children. Some of the children are even abroad. Some of the children are now getting to their own issues, families and all that. So in the end, sometimes they end up being neglected. Some of the elderly, you find even their children are dead, their spouses are dead, and they're all alone. So they face challenges when it comes to their basic needs that are also stipulated in Article 43 of this Constitution, of our Constitution, that everyone has a right to socioeconomic needs. They are actually enumerated there. So we find that the elderly have problems. They're not even able to go to hospital and all that. They have not to take them to hospital. They lack social security and all that. So it is just in well-meaning that these funds for the elderly are given at the right time. As Senator Nyamunga has expressed, they are delayed. It is just in good faith that this money is given at the right time, and not only the right time, to the appropriate elderly and the deserving elderly, Honorable Speaker. Because as you're speaking, there are some elderly who do not receive this cash, Honorable Speaker. Sometimes it even goes to the wrong, to the wrong pockets, Honorable Speaker. We have a duty as a nation, we have a duty as a state to ensure that we are protecting our elderly who have done a lot in this country during their heydays, during their active moments, but when their bones are weak, when their strengths have failed them, we should not abandon them, Honorable Speaker. Honorable Speaker, I want to say that when it comes to issues of the cash benefits, I want to say that at the moment, the elderly are getting 2,000. And I thank Hon Nyamunga because she's saying that there's need to build capacity. But Honorable Speaker, I also want to argue out that 2,000 is not enough, Honorable Speaker. Because by the time you're giving someone 2,000 shillings, there's medication, there are so many things that have to be put in place. So the 2,000 is not enough, Honorable Speaker. And I want to say, Honorable Speaker, that I congratulate the former Prime Minister, Hon Raila Amolo Odinga, who has chosen that when it takes over, it will increase to 6,000, Honorable Speaker. And my prayer is that we look at the elderly, Honorable Speaker. And I want to say, Honorable Speaker, that even these commitments that former Prime Minister has made, I am sure that he's going to deliver, and the elderly will remember him, and the elderly will also pray for him. And I want to say, Honorable Speaker, we must think about our elderly, Honorable Speaker. We would not have been here without our parents, would not have been here without our grandparents, because they created a generation that eventually brought us on board, and we are alive, and our children and our children's children will also, be there because of our elderly, Honorable Speaker. Honorable Speaker, we are living in a society that truly forgets about the elderly. And especially when children get jobs and they're doing well, some of them completely forget about home. Some of them completely, abandon their parents. And some children also feel ashamed of their parents, Honorable Speaker. It is the constitutional demand that everyone should live with dignity. And when you're talking of living with dignity, Honorable Speaker, we are talking about our elderly being respected. We are talking about our elderly living in respect. And Honorable Speaker, this can only happen if we are able to defend our constitution. The constitution is very clear that in the articles I've talked about that there are rights of the elderly. But now, when it comes to executing, defending, and oversighting on this, we need to pass legislations, as Senator Nyamunga has said, to ensure that, one, the elderly are identified. Two, they're not only identified in every county office, every county government. We must have a mechanism. County, governors must ensure they have a mechanism of identifying the elderly in their counties. And even after identifying the elderly, they must have programs that will actually build capacity on the elderly and just show them that, they are respected, and show them that their rights will not be denied. And county governments must allocate also money aside to ensure that they're protecting their elderly. And this money can be in the county budget, Honorable Speaker. If 35% of the national revenue is going to national counties, as we have proposed in the Senate, why should the county governments not also factor in the issue of elderly, Honorable Speaker? In some countries, Honorable Speaker, you'll find that there are programs for the elderly. When it comes to medication, it is free. When it comes to recreation, the government pays for recreation of the elderly, Honorable Speaker. And that is why the elderly live long in those countries, Honorable Speaker. When the elderly, go have recreational facilities, they go through physiotherapy and so on, they will live long. Honorable Speaker, there's also need for capacity building for the elderly to know the rights that they have. Like, for example, NHIF. Some of them may not know that they have NHIF can cover for the elderly. But there's need to intertwine the fund, the cash transfer, and the NHIF so that the elderly age with grace, Honorable Speaker. We have a mandate as a Senate to ensure that we are protecting all citizens of this country, and especially the vulnerables like the elderly, Honorable Speaker. I want to say, Honorable Speaker, it is a mandate to go ahead, and I want to encourage Senator Nyamunga, even before, Senate goes recess, to ensure that she comes up with a bill that is going to speak on this so that it is enshrined in law, Honorable Speaker. Because, Honorable Speaker, even for this to be executed, there need to be a law. And when it becomes law of the land, it will be followed. And, Honorable Speaker, there need to be also sanctioning of even counties that flout the law on the elderly, Honorable Speaker. Honorable Speaker, I want to say that we have a mandate as a Senate, and this mandate we should not abdicate of ensuring that we are coming up with a framework, as Senator Nyamunga has spoken, a framework that will ensure that we are taking care of our elderly, a framework that will ensure that our elderly are actually aging in grace, Honorable Speaker. We also need blessings from our elderly, Honorable Speaker, and we must appreciate them for the work they have done all the years of their lives, Honorable Speaker. So, Honorable Speaker, I want to kindly second this motion, and I believe, and I hope, and I know very well that my fellow senators are also going to support this motion so that it sees light at the end of the day. And even as it sees light of the day, this motion should be upgraded into a bill, Honorable Speaker, that is going to ensure that the dream of Senator Nyamunga comes to fruition. Thank you, Honorable Speaker. I second.
Thank you. Honorable Senators, I propose the question that aware that in 2006, the national government initiated the Older Persons Cash Transfer, OPCT program, popularly known as Pesa ya Wazee, which is an unconditional cash transfer program to destitute elderly persons above the age of 65 years to cater for their subsistence needs, noting that the beneficiary receive a monthly stipend of Kenya shillings 2,000 delivered every 2 months through appointed payments agents, and also entitled to medical insurance through the National Health Insurance Fund, NHIF. Concerned, however, that the program's credibility is marred by issues of delayed payment to beneficiaries, difficulties in processing of payments through the stipulated agents, and payments to unregistered persons. Now, therefore, the Senate recommends that the county governments complement the efforts of the national government and assist in resolving these challenges by, 1, developing registration and policies to protect the elderly, including ensuring all elderly persons in their counties are registered in the OPCT program, and secondly, organize value addition mechanism such as financial training to help the beneficiaries of the program to efficiently utilize this allowance. Senator Abshiro Halake.
Mr. Speaker, I thank you for giving me the opportunity to support Senator Nyamunga's motion on the cash transfer program for our elderly. Madam Speaker, Mr. Speaker, I would like to draw the attention of the country to older members of society, Article 57 of the Constitution, which says that the state shall take measures to ensure the rights of older persons are fully met by, 1, to fully participate in the affairs of society, 2, to pursue their personal development, and C, to live in dignity, respect, and free from abuse, and D, to receive reasonable care and assistance from their families and the state. Madam Speaker, Senator Nyamunga's motion implements Article 57 and ensures that what is in our broad laws are actually broken down to what we do on a daily basis to implement this. Additionally, it also helps implement Article 43, where our Constitution guarantees every citizen, including the elderly, the right to attain good standards of health. Madam Speaker, while 2,000 shillings is very little, her proposal to have the county complement these efforts is commendable and is something that this Senate...
Senator Halake, I am...
Oh, sorry, Mr. Speaker. My apologies. We've had the Madam Speaker on the chair this morning, and I'm a bit confused. Mr. Speaker, it also implements Article 43 of the Constitution, which guarantees our citizens, especially our older members of society, the right to health care of good standards. Madam Speaker, Mr. Speaker, one of the things that's very important, and I would wish Senator Nyamunga would add to her request to this House, is to first map the needs of the elderly. Because from what it looks like, there's a blanket of 2,000 shillings being given to all members that qualify. One of the things that perhaps the counties can do, and that Senator Nyamunga can add as part of her plea, is to have the unmet needs for care and support of elderly people be mapped out and actually identified at all county levels. Then the solutions are then aligned to this, because what is now happening is that the needs of all elderly people in all counties or all in the entire country is not the same, but there's a blanket solution being offered as 2,000 shillings. Of course, that is also full of challenges, but perhaps the most important thing to get to the solution, because we know and we're aware that the unmet needs are enormous and growing, especially because of the changes in our societal arrangements, but every unmet need in each county is not the same. There are counties perhaps that the social fabric is a bit more tightly knit. There are counties in which, the children are looking at. So if each county, in addition to the policies that are proposed, in addition to the legislative frameworks that is proposed, the unmet needs are quickly unmet needs are identified, and every county maps the unmet needs of elderly people in their counties, the numbers and the needs that thereof, that would really help, because sometimes legislation takes time to develop, and sometimes legislation takes too long. If then quickly every county then looks at the unmet needs, it will definitely make sure, Mr. Speaker, and I'm sorry again, I keep today I'm in the madam mode.
Senator Halake, are you saying that there should not be a blanket of 2,000 to every person, these old people? It should be varied depending on a person.
Well, it should be varied, but also some of the things that you see, you can if you have 2,000 looking after somebody that doesn't have family, and then 2,000 that somebody perhaps who has family but just need healthcare needs through NHIF, then that meets that need. But so we need to differentiate. We cannot treat everybody, or every county as equal, and therefore what we need to do, in addition to the legislative frameworks that have been proposed, if very quickly, because sometimes legislation takes too long, we look at the unmet needs in each county, and counties can do that very quickly because, again, it's the front line of service provision, and that's the whole idea of devolution, to make sure that the counties are the front line of service delivery, and therefore they should have these kinds of information of how many people, elderly people, live in their counties, what are the unmet needs of these people, and therefore what are the solutions that are then aligned to these unmet needs. But that having been said, I congratulate my sister, Senator Nyamunga, for making sure, for highlighting and amplifying the voice on behalf of the elderly, who most of the time have been neglected, and who, in fact, one of the big things that we do as legislators is to look after the elderly, but also to follow up even for their dues, even the ones who've been working for government or who've been working for different organizations. When it comes to their payments, again, they're having problems. Even the 2,000 shillings for the social safety net is becoming an issue as well. So again, in terms of the health needs, in terms of the nutrition needs, in terms of the dignity of the entire thing as guaranteed in Article 53 and Article 57 for elderly people, this motion breaks it down, this motion implements that, and this motion translates the big laws into what we can do immediately. So I congratulate her and I support.
Thank you. Senator Jones Mwashushe.
Asante Mheshimiwa Spika kwa kunipa hii fursa ili kuchangia huu mswada wa Daktari Rose Nyamunga kuhusu swala la kusaidia wazee ambao wamefikisha miaka mingi na wanahitaji msaada. Mheshimiwa Spika, kwanza nishukuru serikali yetu ya kitaifa kwa kuanza mpango mzuri wa Inua Jamii. Huu mpango umesaidia hawa wazee wetu ambao ni baba zetu, ni mama zetu, ni ndugu zetu, lakini kwa vile wameishi maisha mazuri ya kumcha Mungu, wameishi miaka mingi na wamefikia mahali mpaka wasaidiwe. Mheshimiwa Spika, mpango wa Inua Jamii ni mpango ambao umesaidia wazee wetu kuishi maisha mazuri. Lakini huu mpango umekumbwa na changamoto nyingi. Kwa mfano, ile pesa inayopewana ya shilingi 2,000, Mheshimiwa Spika, haitoshi. Na nikiwa mwenyekiti mdogo wa kamiti ya Labor na Social Welfare, tumejaribu kusukuma na kushinikiza serikali iongeze hii pesa, kwa sababu hawa wazee wanaopewa 2,000, hii 2,000 kwa bajeti kulingana na mfumuko wa bei za vitu haitoshi. Mheshimiwa Spika, pia hii pesa haiji kwa muda unaofaa, inachelewa sana. Sana inakuja baada ya miezi 3 ama miezi 4. Na cha kuuliza ni kwamba ikichelewa ije baada ya miezi 4, hawa wazee wanatumia nini? Wanapata shida na kwa hivyo pia tumesema ya kwamba ni vizuri hii pesa ije kwa wakati unaofaa. Changamoto nyingine ambayo imekumba huu mradi wa serikali wa Inua Jamii ni kwamba serikali haiandikishi watu wapya. Wale ambao wako wamefikia miaka 70 tayari wanapata pesa. Hawa wengine ambao wanafikia wapya, Mheshimiwa Spika, hawaandikishwi. Na pia tumejaribu kuuliza serikali kwa nini hawaandikishi hawa wazee wetu, na wanasema ni shida ya kibajeti. Lakini ningependa kusema kwamba ni vizuri ama ni vyema ingekuwa hawa wazee ambao wamefikisha miaka wote pia kuwe na bajeti ya kutosha, ili hawa wazee wapate kufaidi kutoka kwa mpango mzuri wa Inua Jamii. Mheshimiwa Spika, kuna wazee wengine ambao walikuwa wanapata hizi hela, lakini kwa sasa hivi wameenda wamekufa, wameaga dunia, na mpaka sasa bado hawajawekewa wengine kuingia kwa niaba yao. Kwa hivyo Mheshimiwa Spika, ningeomba pia serikali
Senator Mwaruma, tutakaporejelea katika mswada huu utakuwa na masalio ya dakika 11.
Asante Mheshimiwa Spika.
Waheshimiwa maseneta, ni saa 6:30 wakati wa kuhairisha vikao vyetu, na seneti inahairisha vikao vyake sasa mpaka Jumatano tarehe 2 mwezi wa 3 mwaka wa 2022 saa 8:30. Asante.